Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick upload of my Book of Shadows. I'm not going to show my face today because I look a mess because I'm sick, and I'm trying to get over being sick, so please excuse me if I sneeze at all during this or if my voice just sounds horrid. Anyway, this is just a quick upload of my Book of Shadows. I started working on this about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. Probably 3 or 4 weeks. The front cover and the back of it were from Hobby Lobby. It was just a simple scrapbook. It had cheap leather, or pleather I should say, on the sides. I replaced that, and I added this emblem to make it my own. Now, it's not completely aged yet. I'm still going to do some things with the leather on it to age it, and kind of make the colors match a little bit more. But what inspired me was my tattoo. Me and my husband both have the same tattoo, and I figured that'd be the best way to make the book show that it's mine. That was my foot. I apologize about that. The book right now is probably about an inch, maybe an inch and a half thick. Parchment paper all cut by me. It had to be cut to the size. As you see, the book is not huge in comparison to my hand, and I want it exactly like that. I want the book to be somewhat of a smaller size. I think it's 8 by 11 or 8.5 by 11. Not sure. It's smaller than actual paper. I want it like that because it is transportable. I like to take my book with me, especially if I'm doing rituals or meeting up with people outside. As far as the thickness, this is postbound, so it will expand a hell of a lot. I'm probably going to have it probably about that thick where my top finger is. So it is going to be a thick-ass Book of Shadows. Probably about that thick. But anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at the inside. This brown paper here I added. I've got to carry it over all the way over here. There's still that white exposed. And the back of it I haven't done yet either. The back is still white. I wanted to worry more about the pages than the actual book to start with, because, you know, I'm just obsessed with filling it up and getting years' worth of knowledge and study inside of it. I don't know if I already said it or not, but I want this to be my last Book of Shadows. What I mean by that is that I'm not done with Books of Shadows. I want this to be the one. I'm going to perfect this and make this to where it can be something that I can pass down, that I can teach from, that I can use for all the years to come. This is scrapbook style. If I would be most inspired by a movie, Book of Shadows would be Practical Magic, but this book here is my own style, and you will see. So that's my cover page. It's my book protection. That's some artwork I found online. Just thought it was really pretty, so I wanted to put it in there. Now these pages are not aged yet with tea leaves. I have burnt some of the paper, but the aging will come later. This is the 2015 Calendar of the Moon. That's an envelope that I inserted there. I'll probably put something else over the envelope. This is the charge of the goddess and the god. This is the one written by Doreen Valiante. 13 Goes of the Witch. And then the 13 Goes of the Witch continued on the back. Witch's Pyramid. Information on the circle. Information on calling the quarters, and then the actual procedure. Consecration. This was something I did take offline. I used it the other day, and that's how I actually ended up smudging that as I was dripping water. And some water dripped on my page, but I think that adds character. Like I said, all these pages are going to be aged with tea leaves, and the book will expand a hell of a lot because I've got probably 15 years worth of, magical studies to put in my Book of Shadows. I've been practicing the craft for a very long time. It's a page on candle magic. There's some actual wax stripped on there. Really love it. This is one of my favorite pages. This is on dressing the candle colors, herbs, just a brief intro to herbs. This I found in a really, an old book. I pressed this probably when I was like 12 or 13 years old. Found it the other night and decided to put it in here because it just looks really, really cool. Herbal correspondences, there's probably about 6 to 8 pages of these. I am a bigger person. These don't have any fancy sigils, seals, or designs on them yet, but they will. That is to come. A lot of these pages are incomplete. They'll be finished at a later time. Some of the pages are finished. It's valerian roots. These are some of my most common herbs that I use. Mugwort. Salea zekatachichi. A lot of people just call it Salea Z because it's easier. Echinacea. I am out. I took my last bit of echinacea yesterday, and I need some more because I am sick as a dog. Really need some more. Put this in here. Me and my husband just got married. Gay marriage was accepted into Missouri probably on the 9th of November, and we got married on the 11th, so we acted very fast. This is on the Wheel of the Year, and then followed by all the Sabbats. Trying to do a quick run through here and not make it take too long. These are really thick pages. When I expand it, and probably in about a day or so, whenever I get paid, I'm going to buy some really fine parchment paper. This stuff's thick. I'm going to keep this in here, but I'm going to mix the fine parchment paper throughout, and I'll probably expand it tomorrow or the next day another 2 inches. Because I've got a lot of information I want to add here. I didn't think it was going to add up as fast as it is, but I'm almost, to the end of the book. There's still a lot of blank pages, but I'll easily be able to fill this up in no time. I just want to stick a lot of things in this book. Of course, it have to do with the craft, but I'm also going to put recipes, journal entries, dreams that are very special or meaningful to me in here. It's just going to be a lot of stuff in here. The majority of the book is going to be scrapbook style, like I said, because I just absolutely love scrapbooking. So, I don't really want you to be able to read the words, but I was going through an old journal of mine from when I was 17, and this is when I first met my husband. This was like our 3rd or 4th date, and he gave me that rose. 17... It's from when I was 17, so let's see, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So about 7 years. I thought it was pretty cool. Spells. This is going to be my spell section. At first I was wanting to do a section, like section everything off. Now I'm not so sure if I want it sporadic throughout here or just sectioned out. This is Protection of a Dog. That's a picture of me and my Siberian Hoochie, Frostbite, who also responds to Princess. Absolutely love her. She's my fave. That's just a little power thought that I put in there. Obviously, we're coming up on palmistry. Don't really have too much done about that. I've just got the main info about it, and then the 4 main lines so far. Probably going to do a pretty big section on that. This is on a dream pillow. This is what I want the majority of my Book of Shadows to look like. I absolutely just love this page. This is by far my most favorite page in this whole book so far. Love it. Then on the other side, it's not done, but I'm going to put some more information about the dream pillow. I've got this little envelope over here. I've got this little picture that comes out. And then on the back of it, I've got information on oils and how to put oils into a dream pillow by using cotton balls. So, yeah, I think it's really cool. We have some stuff inserted in there. Now, the thing about my Book of Shadows is I do it all on the computer. Almost all of it. I am not against that. The reason why is my handwriting is absolute shit. I hate my handwriting, excuse my language, but it's absolute shit. And I will spend my whole time perseverating on how bad my handwriting is in my Book of Shadows that I will never use the book, and I will hate the book. So I do everything online, and everything in here, well, almost everything, is in my own words. It's not like I copied and pasted. Most of the stuff in here is in my own words, my own knowledge, and even if it's from knowledge online, it's worded the way that I wish it to be worded. It's got my own information added to it. It's got my own experiences added to it. I don't think that takes away from the energies that go into your book. If you're sitting there spending 2 hours, an hour typing it out and placing all your pictures and everything on a computer, that's no different than handwriting it. It just looks prettier, That's just what I think. There is a lot of stuff in here that is handwritten. This is handwritten. All my power thoughts will be handwritten. I've got some herbal information that we passed over in there on that long correspondence list, where some of those were handwritten. So, yeah. That's basically everything in my book right now. It is going to expand much further, much faster. I'm probably going to do some other stuff on it tonight if I can get myself to get past this cold or virus or bug, whatever it is that I have right now. I'm telling you, it's taken a lot of energy just to sit. It's hard to breathe. It sucks. I smoke cigarettes. It's not very comfortable to smoke, but I'm not going to stop. Otherwise, I'd be pulling out my hair and I'd be sick. And that would be no fun. But yeah, this is my Book of Shadows for now. If you'd like, tell me what you think about it. I am absolutely in love with this book. I think that this is what I've been aiming for a really long time. Everything will be aged. All the paper edges will be burnt. It'll be aged with tea leaves and possibly coffee, just depending on how dark I want it. I'm going to add some things to the cover. I'm going to age this guy and put a little protectant on it to protect the leather because I did it in pieces, so I don't want everything to just, start coming undone. Still going to add the ribbon to it for the bookmarks. I'm thinking I'm going to add probably 6 or 7 of those because when I'm working, and this is going to be my working Book of Shadows, I've actually already worked out of it for 2 or 3 different rituals that I've already done within the past 3 weeks. Yeah, I know. I'm a busy witch. But yeah, there's so many things that I go through that I'm probably going to need 6 or 7 ribbons just to keep my spot on some things. Anyway, my voice is going. My nose is clogging up, and I am so sorry. But I just wanted to show that to you and see what you guys think about it. So, with that said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and blessed be.